Closed captioning for great tastes is presented by Manitoba Pork, proudly providing Manitobans with an affordable, healthy protein. Manitoba Liquor Mart presents Great Tastes of Manitoba. Great Tastes is brought to you by GreatTastesMB.ca. Local farms, local foods. Great Taste is sponsored by the Government of Canada and Manitoba Agriculture through the Canadian Agricultural Partnership.
Welcome to Great Tastes of Manitoba. My name is Des Daniels, and tonight we are hanging out with Manitoba Pork. Meet me at the table. M-E-E-T, that works. M-E-A-T, that also works. We have Susan Reese here, Manitoba Pork. Great to have you back. And of course, Aaron Allblast. We have a product ambassador here from Manitoba Liquor Mart. So, meet me at the table. We have three pretty amazing recipes we're going to go through. One super, super bizarre, exciting, weird. Oh, I can't wait. We'll get to that in a sec. Well, actually, walk us through all three of our recipes for tonight.
So the recipes we're making today, they're perfect for weekend dinners with family or just when you're having friends over. We're going to start off with some zesty Greek back ribs, celebrating the fabulous flavors of Greece to make some mouth-watering, single-serving ribs that will definitely have guests coming for more. Then after that, we're going to make an island pork loin. So we're using some of the warm spices that are so typical of Caribbean cuisine, and we're going to make a roast. We're going to pair that roast with a refreshing chickpea-based salsa.
Cool.
Super yummy. And then you're right, we're going to end with something just a little bit different, perhaps. We're going to make a pork and ham terrine for our showstopper charcuterie board. And this recipe, all you really need to know is that it tastes amazing and it's wrapped in bacon.
Right, can't wait for that. Where are you going with this, Aaron?
Well, wrapped in bacon, I'm pretty sure I could pair a shoe with this. It'd probably go really well. But we're going to be all about beer. With the recipes that Susan just described, there's a lot of flavor. There's something for everyone. And what we're going to do is showcase the versatility of beer with both different cuts, but the flavors that she's putting together.
Beer,
Awesome.
good, go, see you in a minute.
Okay.
All right, Susan, here we go. Our zesty Greek back ribs. Where do we start?
So we're starting off, obviously, with back ribs. You can see that they're nice and meaty. Cost-wise, they're a little bit more expensive than side ribs, but when you look at these, the meat to bone ratio is also that much more substantial.
Okay.
So with back ribs, or ribs in general, you're kind of getting what you pay for.
Okay.
What we're wanting to do is we're going to slice our rack of ribs between the bones because we want those single servings so that that marinade that we're going to add just wraps all the way
Gets in
around
there,
that rib,
yeah.
right? And I like to turn them over as I just did so that I can see where the bones are, and it just makes slicing between them just so much easier.
Sharp knife probably helps too.
Absolutely does
I
help.
had a quick question about, like, sometimes, I guess ribs come with a membrane as well. So you remove that ahead of time? How does
Yes,
that, or
you should
but do
always
that?
remove the membrane off back ribs. It's just going to give you a much better eating experience. It doesn't really break down during the cooking process, and if you want all your flavors, whether you're using a rub or a marinade, to penetrate, you're going to want to take that membrane off. And we've got a great video for that on our website. So.
Okay, perfect. Also, Cantor's Quality Meats, that's where our ribs are from today, so thank you very much for that. Now what?
Now we're going to add our marinade.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you do that because
Okay.
I'm going to go to the sink and wash my hands.
Gotta
but I'll
go.
quickly tell you what's in there.
Okay.
So we've got some canola oil, some lemon juice, honey, dried oregano, of course, classic Greek, lemon zest, and a little bit of onion powder, garlic powder, salt, and pepper.
I'm loving up on that already.
Yeah, so I'm going to wash up, and you go ahead and marinate.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this out of the bowl and seal it up. This is more like just I need you to corroborate that this is the right thing that I'm doing here. So I'm just going to close the bag and, oh my gosh, make sure that it is in fact closed, right? Okay, and then
you're just going to want to massage that marinade in. And just being a little bit careful that the bones don't poke through the bag because then you'll have marinade all over the place.
disaster strikes.
Yeah.
Don't want that.
And then you'll want to refrigerate those ideally overnight so that all those flavors can get in there.
I guess it would almost be a good idea maybe to even add some ribs, add a little marinade, because it's almost
Yeah,
like
you
hard
can
to
do
get
it.
it all the way to the bottom. But yeah, you
Exactly.
get the idea.
And if I were doing this at home, I would even just add the marinade ingredients right into the bag. right off
Okay.
the beginning.
Oh,
it's just
okay.
one less step, one less dish, easier for cleanup.
Love it. Okay.
So then we've put our ribs in the oven for about 45 minutes on 325. And at that point, you're gonna wanna take them out. And this is what you're gonna see. These are partially cooked ribs. You're gonna have quite a bit of liquid on your baking sheet that you're gonna want to pour off in between. And I would just like lift this up.
Tricky
and
business,
then
eh?
Take a spoon and just pour that liquid off. And the reason you're gonna do that is because you want those ribs to brown nicely in the oven, and with all that liquid, that's not gonna happen.
not gonna happen.
So that's what you would do. You take the liquid off, put them back in the oven for another 45 minutes, and maybe in between, flip them with your tongs, just to make sure that all the different sides are getting nicely browned.
P.S. What did we do before parchment paper?
I know.
Because this is going to make your
I
cleanup
know.
so much easier.
You could use foil too, but I prefer parchment just because I find that the foil just makes the ribs dark too quickly.
Oh, okay.
That's just my personal experience.
All right.
And then when that's all done, this is what you end up with. You get these beautiful marinated ribs with those classic Greek flavors. There's just one more step, and you want to hit them with an extra little bit of lemon zest.
Little lemon.
And some sea salt. And that's just going to take them right over the top.
Well, I have to tell you that they, smell absolutely incredible. You can find the recipe on the website, greattastemb.ca, and strongly encourage you. We're going to give you these a go here. We're going to go to commercial, and then we will give these a taste. We've got two more amazing recipes that we're going to do here, including island pork loin with Caribbean salsa. Please stay with us here on Great Tastes of Manitoba.
You're watching Great Tastes of Manitoba, brought to you in part by Manitoba Liquor Mart. Enjoy responsibly.